Finding factors. Remember that factors are the numbers that we use to multiply to get 33. So, when I am finding factors, I am always going to start with the easiest set of factors. The easiest set of factors are 1 and whatever number you are looking for, so 33. 1 times 33 equals 33. But I cannot give up. I have to continue to look for more factors. So I'm going to make a list of numbers from 2 all the way to 9. And this is going to help me figure out whether a number has more factors or not. So, the next step is to look in my ones place. If I look in my ones place, I notice that I have a 3. I know that a 3 is an odd kind of number. So, if it is odd, then even numbers will not be multiples. So I can get rid of 2, 4, 6, 8. This just leaves me with a 3, a 5, a 7, a 9. If I also look at my ones place, I see that it does not end with a 5 or a 0. So I know that 5 is not a factor. This leaves me with 3, 7, and 9. So I'm going to ask myself, 3 times something equals 33. 3 times 11. 3 times 11 equals 33. So I can check this off. That leaves me with 7 and 9. So I need to ask myself, 7 times something gives me 33. But I know that 7 times 6 is 42, which is too high, so that won't work. What about 7 times 5? That's 35, so that won't work. And I know that 7 times 4 won't work, so I'm going to cross out the 7. Then, I'm going to ask myself, 7 or 9 times 3 equals 27, and then 9 times 4 equals 36. But neither one of these is 33, so I know that won't work. This leaves me to know that my factors of 33 are 1 and 33, and then 3 and 11. Let's look at 18. I want you to think about the factors of 18. What would be the easiest set of factors to start with? That's correct. 1 times 18 equals 18. Now, let's make our number line. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I'm going to look in the ones place. What kind of number is 8? That is correct. It is an even number. Okay, so if it is even, I know 2 will work. So 2 times something equals 18. There are many ways that we could use this. How about skip counting? That is correct. 2 times 9 equals 18. Well, notice that we have a 9 here, and I have a 9 here. So let's go ahead and check that one off, and check off our 2. Then I'm going to ask myself, 3. I think 3 will work, so 3 times something will give me 18. That's correct. 3 times 6. So I've crossed off 2 more factors. If I look at the rest of my options, 4, 5, 7, and 8, are there any options we can get rid of? That's correct. We can get rid of 5, because I know that any time 5 is a factor, it has to end with a 5 or a 0. Then I'm thinking to myself, 4 times nothing would give me 18, 7 times nothing would give me 18, and then 8 times nothing would give me 18. So my only factors for 18 are going to be 1 and 18, 2 and 9 and 3 and 6. These are my factors of 18. Let's look at a different kind of question. This question says which choice is not a factor of 44. So let's look through this. I notice that I have a 4 in the ones place. A 4 is what kind of number? Correct. It is an even number. If it is an even number, alright, I know 2 will work. But again, I'm looking for one that is not a factor. So I have to cross this out because I know that 2 is a factor. Okay? Well, let's ask ourselves, 2 times what would give me 44? That's correct. 2 times 22. Well, there's 22. I know that is a factor, so that cannot be it. That leaves me with 9 and 11. So I need to ask myself, 9 times something gives me 44, or 11 times something gives me 44. 11 times 4 gives me 44. So I know that 11 is also a factor. But remember, we are looking for not a factor. So this could be crossed out. Meaning, the best answer for this question is that 9 is not a factor of 44. Pause your screen and see if you can solve this problem on your own. Alright, so what do you think would be the correct answer that is not a factor of 56? So I'm going to ask myself, I see a 6 in the ones place. This tells me the number is even. If it is even, then I know that 2 is a factor, so this cannot be the right answer. Now, I'm going to ask myself, 4 times something would give me 56. Well, I'm not 100% sure about that, so let me do some division. 56 divided by 4. 4 times 10 equals 40. 6 take away 0 is 6. 5 take away 4 is 1. 4 times 4 equals 16. That leaves me with 0. Add these up, that gives me 14. So I know that 4 is a factor of 56. Cross that out. Well, I'm looking at 5, and I know that when I have an answer that is when 5 is a factor, that it should always end with a 5 or a 0. So I'm pretty sure that this is the right answer. But let me just double check. I'm going to look at 8 and say 8 times a number gives me 56. 8 times 7 would give me 56. Meaning 8 is a factor of 56. So the right answer to not be a factor of 56 would be B, 5.